Hi, I am Dr. Megan Williams with the Oklahoma State College of Veterinary Medicine, and today I'm going to show you how to bandage the lower leg of a horse. So basic materials for a lower leg bandage on a horse, kind of the standard stuff you're going to need is the combi roll or a gamgee roll, like a sheet cotton type roll that you can roll onto the leg of the horse, some roll gauze or brown gauze. I usually use 2, again, because it's cheap stuff and it makes the bandage hold up longer, better. Roll of vet wrap, and then a little bit of Elastikon medical tape to go around the top and the bottom portion of the bandage. You want your horse to be standing squarely and bearing weight on the leg, preferably in a clean area where there's not a bunch of grass and shavings that are going to get in your way, because this bandage typically goes from below the knee or the hock all the way down to just past the coronary band of the foot. So you're going to be working down towards the ground. You're going to take your combi roll or combine roll, and you're going to, again, roll it onto the leg as smoothly as possible, creating as few wrinkles as you are able, which is challenging when you're first learning, especially given the shape of their leg, but as smooth as possible, like so. Then you're going to take one of your rolls of brown gauze. I start in the middle of the bandage to kind of hold things in place, and then I can work my way down and back up. You've got quite a bit of padding under here, so you can go pretty snug, and I'm just going to overlap that brown gauze by about 50% every time around. Work my way down to the foot, and then back up. Now when I get to the bottom, I'm going to leave about 1 centimeter or so of cotton sticking out, because if I go past that with my roll gauze, I'm going to create a tourniquet type effect on the leg. So snug pressure is fine as long as there's good padding underneath. If there's not good padding and I pull real tight, I'm going to hurt the horse. So that's something you want to look out for. And you want that pressure, again, you can go fairly snug, but you want that pressure to be even all the way up and down the bandage. Again, overlap by about 50% every time you come around. And when I get to the top, same thing. So leave about 1 centimeter or so of cotton sticking out of the top of the bandage, so that every place where I'm putting snug bandage material on is well protected. Get my second roll of gauze, pick up where I left off, and just keep working my way down and back up. Notice everything looks nice and smooth. There's not a bunch of puckers or areas where it looks like it's real tight in one spot and real loose in another spot. It's just snug and smooth the whole way up and down the leg. Okay, next I'm going to use my vet wrap, and I'm going to apply the vet wrap in the same region as I applied the brown gauze. So again, leave a little bit of cotton sticking out at the top and the bottom. Vet wrap, again, can be pretty snug. A good rule of thumb for vet wrap, again, as long as you have adequate padding underneath to protect the horse, is to pull it just tight enough that all these little wrinkles are gone, like so. Overlap by about 50%. I try to make it smooth just so it looks prettier. So I give it a little tug at the bottom every time I come around. Don't go past my brown gauze or my cotton. And I use a full roll of this, so just going to go until I run out. Okay, so that's the basic bandage. The last step is just to keep like cotton or shavings and things from getting inside of the cotton, or dirt, mud, things from getting in underneath. Do you have the bandage scissors? So I'm just going to go 50% to the bandage, roughly 50% to the knee. Again, be careful because his accessory carpal bone is right there, and I don't want to put tape right on that. You don't want this Elastikon tape going too tight onto the leg because there's no padding under this top part, right? So make sure you're just laying that onto the horse, essentially. So I can pull it out like that, but then I want to kind of back up and make sure that that part is loose. It's just to keep the bandage from sliding down and to keep debris from getting into the bandage is all that step is for. So I protect the top. Now I'm going to come down low and do the same thing to protect the bottom. The bottom is a little trickier because we're basically at ground level. So I start around the front of the toe, then I have it pulled out so that I can slide it underneath the heel of the hoof without having to pick the foot up. If you're really low, you might have to pick the leg up at the end to get that last part. And again, just a couple times around to keep debris from getting in the bottom of that bandage. And that is it.